Okay, folks, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to set up the Google Sites, your website for school. But first of all, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a brand new account. So I'm not working off of my school account, so it's brand new. And I'm putting the information in here. Now, if you don't have two Google accounts, one for school and one for your life, I would highly suggest having two separate accounts. Okay, so when you're at home and you're working on school stuff, you'd click on your school account in the Google upper right hand corner, the icon for it. And then it's super easy just to switch back over to your own personal account. So for this one, I just called it fhstestart@gmail.com and I put in a password, and I've got a brand new Google account here. All right, so I'm putting in some phone number. I'm putting in a fake phone number. There we go. Okay. So as this is working along, I'll give you an idea. This is just kind of getting this set up so it's fresh. There won't be anything in the Google Drive. There won't be anything in the Google Sites. It will be from step one, as they may say. All right, so just letting it catch up with me. Just as a fair warning, my internet is running a little slow right now, so there are some pauses, and I'm doing a voiceover. I've already done this video, so this is the voiceover that I laid on top of this. So I agree, and coming up, there's that big pause again. So while it's pausing, I'm going to, in this video, cover how to set up the sites, how to set up sub-sites, how to put in text, how to publish it, and I'll cover the basics, and then I'll have a second video that shows how to drop in video and how to drop in images and links and how to work with your Google Drive. So here it is. It's loading up for the first time for this account. And it's almost there. Okay, so once you have this set, I'm just going to type in Google Sites. Okay, and there it is, Google Sites. I click on that, and you can tell I'm in my new account. In the upper right hand corner is that little icon with a D. It's just the default, not D for default, but D as in David default that I put in there, and you can change that at any time. That way you can keep your personal account and your school account mentally separate. Okay, so right now it is loading. And it's the first time we did this, and the internet is a little slow. Okay, so I clicked off to my site just to kind of give you an idea of things that you could put on there. You could put on students' artwork. You could put on links to specific lesson plans that you're working with, examples, handouts, videos on instruction. On that main site right there, while we're still waiting, I have a link to the Frontier High School, a link to my email. I have a link right below that, Art Department course offerings, and that takes you to a scan of the course catalog for the high school and shows you all of the art classes that we offer. All right, so it's finally loaded up. Here's Google Sites, and there it says start your first site. Click the plus symbol to design it. So there it is, a blank one. But there are lots of preset templates over here. Click on that, and this just kind of gives you a jump ahead, maybe if you're working on a particular one, but I'm going to go with this blank one just to kind of show you how to build it from scratch. Okay, so it's loading, and what you'll see is pretty much a blank slate, okay, as it comes up here. In the upper left-hand corner, the first thing we're going to do is kind of name this home site. It's going to be where everybody goes for the first time. There's my home site, has my name on it, and it has specific information about me, my class, how to contact me. And then off of that home site, we can go to specific sites. So, oh, that's what I was talking about earlier, the course descriptions, and the classes that we offer. I think there's something in there I have to change. There's a link down below that's not working. Um, so I often check back on my sites just to make sure everything's working. Sometimes you might post a particular video and then the video gets shut down on a site. So here we are at the actual design site. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop in a title, your page title, and in here, most likely it's your name. Okay, so I've got Mrs. Teacher. Okay, Mrs. Art Teacher. All right, so that's the title of my home page, but I need it to actually be part of my URL address, okay, which I'm going to put in the upper left-hand corner in just a moment. Um, Okay, in the upper left-hand corner, what I've done is typed in Mrs. Art Teacher, and that way what it's going to do is it's going to appear in your URL address, okay, and uh, there we go. I'm just catching up with myself. Okay, so we've got the name of the home page. We have the URL address up in the upper left-hand corner. So we're going to get into some actual content. Over here on the right-hand side, there are three different choices: insert, pages, and themes. Okay, insert are inserting text or images and embedding and drive. But I'm going to go over to themes first, and these are all different kind of preset templates to what the site might look like. And I just use Diplomat. You just want to kind of stay consistent. Stay consistent with colors, maybe like the idea of a monochromatic overall color use. And here I am, I'm choosing a particular color. And when I was doing this, the internet was lagging a bit, but I've got it now, I think. Yeah, it was lagging, so my color choices weren't popping up. But I choose kind of a frontier blue. You can put in a specific code for a color. So if you want that same color every time, if you learn the code, the color code, and you just kind of jot it down somewhere, every time your color will be exactly the same. Okay, and it just visually some kind of continuity to your website just makes it easier or more comfortable to look at. That's the same with your fonts, and that brings us to here. So I'm going to double click on the site, or you can click on the menu. It's either way, but basically if I click on the T, which is for text, I can type in information. So this is maybe where I type in who I am, what I'm about, where I'm from, the idea of the course. Um, so that information would appear there. And up above, you can choose different sizes of text. You don't really choose different fonts in this. There's a way to do that, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But it does help for some kind of consistency. You can bold the font, you can underline it. Okay. Another one we're going to jump into here is upload. I'm going to do the uploading more on the next video because in this one I didn't have any images pre-prepared. So we'll hit that next time. I'm trying to remember where I'm going next. So uh, there we go. You can, this is where I was talking about normal text. If you don't want that line, you can always hit the trash can and knock it out. And here's where I'm going to put in a title, a big font, smaller font. Okay. Over, we're going to be able to bold, put it in italic. You can center it. You can justify it to the left or the right. You can actually make these words into a link. So if I click on link, that's the word. It says this is my homepage, but I'm going to put the link, the URL address down below, and you can copy and paste that from a website, but I'm just putting in Google for right now. Now, it underlines it, showing that that is a link, an active link. So when you're viewing this website, if you click on this is my homepage, it will take you to the Google website. Okay. You can put images in the background. In this case, I'm just going to put color. And because of the color scheme that I chose, it's going to be blue in the background. Okay, just depends on the color scheme. All right. Let's see, what am I talking about next? I think I go on to pages. Okay. All right. So I do click on this, but I'm going to get more into this specifically next time because there's nothing in the Google Drive currently. So it's not really going to work for us. So the next video, I put something in the drive that you can actually follow along. If you're using your school account for this, you'll have lots and lots of stuff in your Google Drive. And you can use that little magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner there to search for things. But every time you design, you make changes to your website, you need to publish it before it will appear on the internet. It's not really live, okay, until you click on that publish button right there. All right, as soon as I click on it, and this paused, and I was thinking, why is it doing this? And I'll cancel out of it. I'll come back. It just wasn't working as fast as I do. And I'll wonder about it here for a moment, and now I'll do it again, and it'll say, sure, now I caught up with you. So there's the actual web address, Art Teacher Home, okay, FHS, and it publishes. Now, a nice thing about the new software is it shows you side by side what you had before previously and what you have made changes to. So it will check with you and say, do you want to make this change? Now, we didn't have anything before, so it didn't show us that option, but you'll see that coming up. All right, so you can also choose on who you want to share this information with. Maybe it's just with your class, or maybe it's just with other teachers as far as your website, or you can just keep it open to everyone on the internet. So that was being pesky right there because of the internet connection. But let's see, what do I go to next? I think I go to Pages. There's Pages. Okay, so Pages, this is a really fast way to set up the rest of your site. Now that you have the home site, if you click on Pages, okay, and way down at the bottom there, I think off of the screen, that wasn't good on my part, there's a little addition symbol, a little plus sign, and that means you're adding a new site. So I'm going to add a kindergarten site. So I click Done, and I click that plus symbol again, and now I also teach a second grade class, and I also teach a fifth grade class. Okay, this is going out to the elementary teachers. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so there are my classes, and maybe I'm going to put one more, and it's going to be called a gallery, where I'm going to put students' artwork. Okay, so there are my sites. Now, a nice thing about setting it up this way is along the top portion of your website, there's a link for your home, for kindergarten, for second grade, fifth grade, and the gallery. So when students or parents or anybody in the community goes to your website, it's a quick link right from there to there's your kindergarten class. I click on that, and bam, I'm in the world of kindergarten. Okay, so this is a way to set up sites very quickly, and it's so fluid that it makes Google Sites a very what we call a living document, meaning you can jump on this during a planning period, at the end of a class, 10 minutes after school, and make adjustments daily so that it really is just kind of quick and it evolves with you and your class. So this is what I was talking about earlier. When I publish, it's going to put my draft, which is what I just made changes to, right next to what's currently published. And it says, again, once more, do you want to make this change? And you say, yep. And there was no kindergarten website before this, so now there's going to be. So it publishes. You want to make sure, check it over, because once you hit publish, it's out there for everybody to see. So you want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward, I guess. So that's about it. The next video I'm going to show you how to drop in images, how to drop in video, and how to add a little bit more to the overall site. Okay, and I think that's about it. Dun, 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 dun.